In this video, you will learn about Sellozo, which is a software tool for Amazon sellers, which helps to automate and optimize advertising campaigns. You will find the link below to Sellozo. So if you want to try and check the software, maybe it fits your Amazon business needs, you are welcome. And this video is part of the Demo Mondays video series, where we invite different Amazon software creators and we ask them to present their product just like this on the screen. And today, my guest is Sellozo. Hello, Chris. It's nice to have you here. Could you please introduce yourself and tell us what is Sellozo and how does it help Amazon sellers?
For sure. Well, Augustus, thanks for having us. I'm excited. It's good to meet you finally. My name is Chris Gramlich. I am an account executive at Sellozo. Sellozo is an ad automation platform designed to help sellers with automating their PPC, but we've got a lot of other cool tools in it, but our main focus is automating Amazon ads.
And what are your target users? Are they big or small Amazon sellers?
Yeah, great question. So we get a range of all of them. We get people starting out from the very beginning, and then we get very established sellers. So what we do at Sellozo is we do an onboarding call or like a demo call first to kind of fill out where you're at in your journey. So you'll do a call with myself, and if you're a new seller, we'll kind of look at your listing. We'll give you some ideas on what you need to do on your listing first. But if you're an established seller and you're selling, multiple thousands a month, we'll go ahead and move you on. We'll go ahead and move you on to the platform. We'll import your campaigns. We'll get everything going, and you'll do another call with us, and off you're going. So yeah, it's a range. It's new sellers, and then we got the established sellers as also.
Sounds good. And what marketplaces of Amazon do you cover?
All of them. We're in all of them. I think the one we're just getting ready to do is Poland. I think that's the one that just recently came out, but we're in all the ones, the main ones now. All the U.S., North America, all the U.K. and Europe, the Netherlands we're getting into, and then I think Poland's the last one.
So you cover everything. That's great. And now we're ready to jump to your screen and see how does Sellozo look like and how to work with it.
So I've got multiple tabs open up here at the top, 3 different tools I want to talk about. But if you first see my screen, there's a lot of different tools over here on the left-hand side. So these are all included with a subscription of Sellozo. There is a 14-day trial. And so during that trial, we'll show you all how these tools work. But the one I want to show and spend a little bit more time on is the PPC Manager tab. So the PPC Manager is just like Campaign Manager. We're going to import all your campaigns from the last 60 days from your Seller Central or your Vendor Central account. We're going to import all those campaigns, and they're all going to be in here. And I got this account in demo mode, so these campaign names are going to look a little weird, but so those aren't really the names. But this is all the data from this account. So we're going to import all those campaigns. And while that import is happening, there's going to be a pop-up that says, hey, book an onboarding call. You're going to book an onboarding call, and then that's where we're going to go through your data with you and show you how to set up the flows and how to set up your target ACoS goals and just how to get started using the software. So when we import that, we're going to show you some campaigns. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to turn on the optimizer. And to turn on the optimizer, that's what's going to start the automation. That's really what's going to start doing the daily bid adjustments, the transfer of keywords, the negative keywords. All that stuff is going to be automated once you turn it on. And all that we need is just tell us what your target ACoS goal is. And before I move forward, I want to back up a little bit. We're not having you start brand new campaigns. So that's what kind of keeps us different from other tools is we're importing your existing campaigns. We don't need you to start brand new campaigns to start from scratch. We can work with your existing ones. So when we import your existing campaigns, the first thing we want to focus on is this actions button over here. This actions button allows you to make those changes to the campaign and really to get started with the automation. So I've selected an auto campaign just to kind of show how this works here. But when I click on this actions button, I want to focus on this edit campaign section. When I click this edit campaign section, these are going to be turned off because it's going to be a brand new campaign or existing campaign. But what we want is your target ACoS. This is the input that we need you as a seller to tell us or tell the tool, what is your target ACoS goal for this particular campaign? So you'll come in here, you'll pick either 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, or you could put a custom number in here. You'll pick a target ACoS goal. After you pick a target ACoS goal, the next one we want to do is your bid strategy. So your bid strategy, we have 2 options here. This bid strategy is what the tool is going to do every day. So the conservative approach, it's going to do 10% bid adjustments each day to get you to that target ACoS. The aggressive approach is just going to do it in 15% increments each day to get to that target ACoS. After you pick a strategy, the last thing you do as a seller is just turn on this optimizer switch. That's it. You're not making any rules like after 1.5 clicks do this, after 10 clicks do that, 5 clicks make an indicator work, nothing like that. You're just telling us your target ACoS, picking a strategy, and turning on the optimizer. Now, the one I'll show here is this product targeting. Product targeting is currently off for this campaign. You can turn this on. What this will do, if you turn this on, this is an auto campaign. By default, Sellozo will create you a manual exact match campaign that's going to be linked to this auto campaign. And moving forward, every time you get a conversion in your auto campaign, Sellozo is going to take that search term, move it as a keyword to your exact match campaign, and then it's going to take the ASIN and take it out of the search term report and move it as an ASIN into a different ad group within that manual campaign. So if you turn these both on, you're going to cover your search terms and you're going to cover product targeting, and they're going to be linked together, and all the search terms are going to move to one ad group. All the ASINs are going to move to another ad group, and that's it. Okay, perfect. Let me move on to some manual campaigns, because a lot of sellers have different flows. They do like an auto campaign to a broad, to a phrase, to an exact, or they do like a broad phrase and exact. They have their own campaign structures. So what Sellozo has created is what we like to call Campaign Studio. And this is what keeps us separate from all these other tools out there. And I really love this because this gives you type of a flow system, and you can kind of create your own little flow here. So I've clicked on the campaign here. Ignore these. This is existing campaigns. Ignore those. Let's add an auto, and let's act like you have 3 manuals. What I'm going to do here is link these manuals together so that the search terms move from one, become keywords, and then they move down from broad phrase to an exact. So if I'm a seller, I have an auto campaign, I want to link it to my existing broad match campaign. This is going to be my broad match campaign. And now for my broad match campaign, I want to link it to my existing phrase match campaign. So I'm going to link it to phrase, and then take my phrase and link it to an exact. I'm not done yet. I need to click on the lines in the middle. I'm kind of spacing these out to kind of give a little bit more room here. But this auto campaign, I'm going to click on this. Now here's where we put a rule in here. This is the only rule you're basically going to need to tell us is when a search term converts, how many conversions do you want to happen before it is made as a broad match keyword? So you can use this toggle. It goes all the way up to 10, which is very much overkill. A lot of sellers are sticking around like the 2 to 3 option, maybe even just 1 to 2. I'm going to move it to 2 just for the sake of this demo. So what I'm telling the tool is that when a search term converts 2 times, I want the tool to create a broad match keyword, and I want it to send it to this broad campaign. I need to do the same right here. For this phrase, this is going to be from a broad campaign to a phrase campaign. So I need to keep it. I'm going to probably down to 1, and I'm just going to change this to phrase match. And then the last one is phrase to an exact. I'm going to keep it just like it is. So what's going to happen now is your auto campaign is going to mine new keywords. Going to find a bunch of keywords. It's going to find a bunch of stuff. And then once it meets that rule of 2 conversions, it's going to take that search term and move it to that broad match campaign right here in the middle. Now, when it gets to the broad campaign, once it converts in the broad campaign, not only are we going to move it to your phrase campaign, but the tool also goes back to your auto campaign, and it makes that same term a negative exact in your auto campaign because it already converted in your broad. So it's already been proven in your broad. We're going to move it to the phrase. Those rules apply to all the flows all the way down. So as it moves from a broad to a phrase, once it converts in the phrase, it'll go back to the broad, make it a negative exact. It'll move on to the exact match. Once it converts in the exact match, it'll go back to the phrase and make it a negative exact in your phrase match. So the entire process of transferring keywords, bid adjustments, negative keywords, all that is going to be done with just a simple flow, and you're just going to link them up right here. You'll click save, and this will be done completely. You don't have to do anything as a seller. The only thing that you may need to do as a seller is add more budget to these campaigns, or maybe adjust your target ACoS, or maybe adjust the bid strategy. But those are the only 3 things that you would maybe need to do. Other than that, this is set up and it's going to run, and you don't have to worry about making any of those other changes manually anymore. That's Campaign Studio. I love Campaign Studio because it allows you to make your own flows. You can get creative, make your own systems, make your own little flow, and you can just do a bunch of stuff within Campaign Studio. Now, let's say you're a seller and you've got a new product. I've launched a new product and I need some campaigns and I need to get rolling with the new product. Well, what you would want to do is you can launch campaigns in Seller Central and then link them in here if you wanted to. But the easier way to do this is just go into your Sellozo account and you'll click this launch campaign button. We're going to give you two options. There's two options here, the basic and the advanced. The basic approach is just going to be an automatic campaign followed by a manual exact match campaign. So you're going to get two campaigns, and the one's going to be an auto and one's going to be a manual exact. And that's it. Very, very basic, very, very elementary. I probably would focus more on the advanced approach, and I would suggest playing around with this. But when you get to the advanced approach, this is where we're going to ask you, pick a product. What product do you want to advertise? Your products are going to load. We're going to show you the products. You can search for them, or just simply, I'm just going to pick one for the sake of the demo. When I pick a product, all I got to do is click next. Now, this is where it gets really fun. You get to choose a pattern. So this is the default pattern that I've already talked about. What Sellozo is going to do is automate these campaigns for you automatically. It's going to be created for you automatically. But I got these templates in here. So maybe there's some templates I want to use. This is a newer one we've added. It's an auto to broad to an exact match. So we're skipping phrase and we're just doing broad to exact. We got some other ones in here. This is the most common used, auto, broad, phrase, exact. Just because you want to test out different keywords of different match types, you can do this pattern. And then there's another one that a lot of people have been using recently is an auto campaign, and then it blasts them out to all three at the same time. So you don't have to wait for a broad, phrase, and exact to happen. You just do an auto, and then as soon as that search term converts, boom, you get 3 new campaigns, broad, phrase, and exact, and that search term becomes a keyword in each one of those. So I'm going to pick this flow just to kind of show you what happens. So if I select this flow, I can pick next here, and now I'm inside my auto campaign. And you'll see the only inputs that we need from you is first tell us a name. So give us a name of the campaign. Second thing is just give us a budget. How much budget do you want to spend on this campaign? I'm just going to put $20 in here just to show out. And then the last thing, couple of things here is your target ACoS. So target ACoS, pick a target ACoS here. What I would suggest here is don't set it too low, especially on a new campaign. If you set it too low, that kind of restricts the amount of data you're going to get with an auto campaign. I would suggest, especially on a new product, I would suggest setting it higher. 50% may seem high, but what you're trying to do is gather a bunch of data. Let's get a bunch of search terms, keywords. Let's get a bunch of data in here. So we're going to set it as a higher target ACoS because we want to get our bids higher. And then the last thing is the strategy, bid strategy. On a new product, I would probably go aggressive. The reason for that is it's a 15% increment each day. So the faster I can get to the optimal bid price, the more data I'm going to get, the faster I'm going to rank, the more keywords I'm going to find for. I just want to get moving with this, especially a new product. So I put a budget in here of 20. I picked the target ACoS higher than normal of 50, and I did an aggressive strategy. Now down here at the bottom, this is an optional thing. You don't have to do this, and I probably wouldn't do this option on a new product, but let's say you want to start fresh and you want to play around with Dayparting. So we have this Dayparting feature here, and this is only going to get better. And we'll talk about this new feature we got coming out. But this is an option where you can literally control the times of day that the ad is going to be shown on Amazon. So what I've just done there is I've dragged and dropped. And I say that at 8 a.m., campaign comes on. At 9 p.m., campaign goes off. And every day, what Sellozo is going to do is pause your campaign and turn it on. Pause your campaign and turn it on. Now, there's a lot of different options out there. There's a lot of different opinions out there. The jury's still out on whether this is effective or not. But some sellers are using this because they have restricted budgets. They only got $20 a day to use. They don't want to spend their budget in the early morning hours. They want to save that budget for later in the day when maybe the cost per clicks are going down because the people that were winning the bid at the very top, maybe they don't have enough budget to last all day. So later in the day, cost per clicks go down. Conversion rates are pretty much the same. I mean, it's Amazon. People are going to Amazon to buy regardless. So you can save your budget by later in the day by doing something like this on Dayparting. I'm going to hit summary. This is the product I selected. So up here, your name, your SKU, your image would all show up. This is the group name. Look at this as portfolios. Your group name is going to be something that you're going to look at here in the middle, but this is going to be put BPE. so that I know I have an auto campaign followed by a broad, a phrase, and an exact. Down here at the bottom, the auto campaign is in green. The reason it's in green because it's going to launch right now. It's going to be launched immediately. And then that's the starting step for this pattern that I selected. I have the option here to edit these existing campaigns. So if I edit the broad match campaign, I'm now in the broad match campaign. I can add more budget. I can change this target ACoS. I can change this bid strategy. I could add some more keywords here, Funko toy, just for the sake, make this a broad, and we'll start the bid out at 75. I've added a keyword now, and there's a template. You can download and upload more keywords. I could play around with Dayparting. And now what happens is that broad match has now changed to a green option because I added a keyword to it. So what you could do as a seller, and especially in a new product, I would probably do this. I would edit all of these other ones and add more keywords to these and get these campaigns live, get all 4 of them going because you're trying to get data, trying to get clicks, trying to get sales, get that flywheel moving. Edit both of these, add all the keywords to them, and let's start launching 4 campaigns at once. They're all going to be linked together. You don't have to worry about moving search terms around. This is the pattern you selected, and the bids will take care of themselves. The transfer take care of themselves, and the negative keywords will take care of themselves. And all you do is just click launch, and you've got 4 new campaigns.
I was just thinking about product launching or campaign launching templates. There were a lot of things to choose in that drop-down box, but do you have any kind of recommendations, or there were like 10 of them or something?
Yeah, good question. So on a new product, I would suggest doing the auto to a broad phrase and exact all at once, like that one I just showed, just because you're trying to get some data moving, you're trying to get some keywords. Some sellers just want to do standalone manuals where they don't want any other moving of keywords. They just want to keep the broad and keep all the keywords within their broad, and they don't want negative keywords created. You could do that one. A lot of these are going to be, you just test them out. Like this broad, this skips the auto. So some people are against auto campaigns, and I could see why. I mean, their ACoSs are always pretty high, and they kind of just throw you everywhere, and you kind of get a lot of spend. So if you wanted to do broad and you've already done keyword research and you already know the keywords you want to go after, then maybe you skip an auto and use the broad phrase and exact, and maybe you keep all your budget focused on the keywords that you want to target. You could do that. That's where that onboarding call really comes into play, because a new seller is going to have different goals, and established seller is going to be ready to scale, and it's going to be different goals for everybody. That's where we'll kind of go over that with you on an onboarding call and show you some good strategies that maybe be best for you. So good question there. So this is PPC Manager. There's a lot of cool stuff in here. One of the ones I want to show is the targeting section. So if I click on the targeting section, this shows all the keywords. So these are all the keywords, everything that's inside here. All these are going to be all the keywords for the campaigns. If you'll notice, some of these have little Sellozo badges on it. So we've added this feature where now you as a seller, you'll be able to tell when Sellozo creates you a keyword, because this badge is going to be assigned to that specific keyword. And if I click on one of these keywords, like this Arthur stuffed animal keyword, I have the option to edit this keyword. Let's say I know I don't want this bid to change, or I don't want the bid to go any higher than $2, just for example. You can put parameters in here, and you could say, don't go higher than $2, but don't go less than 50 cents or something. You can put those parameters in here, and we will stay within those parameters. You can also lock the bid. So if the bid of 68 cents is where you need to be at and where you like it to stay at, you can lock it, and we will exclude that from being optimized. We won't change it. The changes happen every day. It's normally in the early morning hours here in Kansas City Central Time. So it's early morning hours. The bids will be updated every day, and then we'll do it again the next day and the next day and the next day. Another tab is the search term tab. Search term tab is where maybe there's something that you just don't want to bid on anymore, or you want to get rid of, or it just doesn't work. We're going to lower that bid automatically. So if there is a keyword that you're testing or you're bidding on and it doesn't perform, we will start to lower that bid down so that the spend goes somewhere else on other keywords that perform better. But maybe there's something here that you just don't like, or you just know it won't perform. It's like this stinger detox. And what I can do in here is I can make my own negative keyword, and I can get rid of this right now if I wanted to. I can stop the spend. I can stop the bids. I can get rid of all these if I really wanted to get rid of it manually. So there are some things that you can kind of override. If you wanted to do stuff like make negative keywords on your own, you can do that. You can do this in bulk. I can select all these and I can create negative keywords for 50 terms just like this. So there's tools inside here where some of our agencies and some of the bigger sellers, they still want to have some type of control. You can still have those options within the tool. So this is this is PPC Manager. These are the campaigns that we're going to import. And this is going to be all the data that we're going to import from your campaigns. You can see here lots of data. All this is going to be imported. Now the tool does work. Sellozo does work on sponsored product ads, sponsored brand video ads, and we do import sponsored display. That's a new feature we're going to be coming out with automating that. So sponsored display automation will be something that we hope to add probably within the next 30 to 60 days. I know we're working on it now, but all the sponsored brand ads, all the sponsored product ads, those can all be automated within here, within Sellozo's platform. And you can pick and choose which campaigns you want to start automating with. That is PPC Manager. Let me go on to the next tab. The next tab is Product View. So there's more data inside here rather than just PPC. There's product level stats, and this is really helpful for sellers. Product View takes all your SKUs and it shows all the data for each individual SKU. So if you could see here, this is one product. This is one product I got here, but this is all the data for just this product. So I can see how much revenue it's doing. I can see all my spend, how much I've spent on PPC for this product. I can track how much I make per unit. I can see what my margin is. Now, these numbers are obviously right because this seller has chosen not to put their cost of goods in here. You can add your cost of goods and we will track both how much you make per unit, your margin, your PPC ACoS, and we will also track your total ACoS, or some people are calling it tacos. So we will track that as well. This is the ad performance for just this product. So I can see what my return is. I can see how much sales I've done. It's good data, and there's probably a lot more coming that we should probably put in here, but there's good data that you as a seller will be able to see for your products. And this is where you'll find it at, under inventory. This is going to track your inventory. The seller's currently out of stock on this product, but it's going to show how much days you have remaining, how many you sold, your buy box, the rank in that category, and then smart tags. So smart tags is an option where you as a seller, let's say you have different product lines or you have maybe different brands you're doing, you can tag individual products. And then rather than looking through all of them together, you can look at individual tags. Like this seller's got one here that says source. He's probably got some other ones down here that say toys. But this is all individual product level data. And it's going to be sorted by the best-selling product that is in your catalog. Now, if I want to launch a new campaign for an individual product, I can simply click this action button. I can launch a campaign. And now I'm given that same option of launching a new product or launching a new campaign. For this particular SKU, I can choose the option I want to pick my pattern again. And what I'm doing is just picking a pattern that I want to with this campaign, with this product. I simply click on it, do the same thing I did earlier, give it a campaign name, give it a budget, pick a target ACoS, give it a bid strategy. And I come down here, just click summary, and boom, I can launch a campaign right now for this product. And I'll get 3 other manuals that'll automatically appear once they get conversions in your auto campaign. So lots of cool stuff inside here, especially on Product View. Product View and PPC Manager, probably my two favorite areas, just because the amount of data that we import and that we display for sellers to see. There's just so much in here, and you can really understand your business better when you start to see all this data. Last tab, dashboard. So this is like the home base. This is where you'll log in every day. You'll see your dashboard. Dashboard is going to give you some high-level stats. You're going to be able to see how much sales you're doing, your cost, your profit, margin, total ACoS. Now, the seller doesn't have all of his cost of goods in there, as we saw previously. He has some, but you'll be able to see organic sales, PPC sales, true organic sales. These are how many changes the software has made over the last 30 days. So over the last 30 days, Sellozo has created this seller 15 new campaigns. It's almost done 20,000 bid adjustments. It's found almost 5,000 new targets. A target can be a keyword or a target could be an ASIN. And it's created negative targets, 116 of them. So this is a quick snapshot on how powerful it is. Over the last 30 days, we've done all this for the seller. Below this module is the inventory. So the seller's got 435 products in stock. He also has 24,000 some odd units, but this is going to keep track of his product levels. So he has 95 products that is going to last longer than 6 months based on the last 30 days of sales velocity. 73, 36, 60 products, 1 to 2, and 207 products are about to sell out. So he either has to replenish or maybe stop the campaigns advertising on these because they're about to run out and focus more on these, whatever. The seller can make that decision. And then below this, I like this feature. So this is a live order map. This map shows you where all your orders are coming from. So you can really dive in right here and really get really granular, almost to the intersection. But you can really start to see the location of where all your orders are coming from. So as I zoom back in, you'll start to see different areas of where your orders are being placed. There's really not a lot of action you need to do here. It's just a good visual for you as a seller to see where your products are being ordered from. And you can kind of see that on this map. And then to the right side of this map, this is a live order stream. We track all your orders. So every order you get, it'll come in here through the app, and you'll see it right here. It'll show the SKU, the ACE, and the order number. It'll show the product, and it just continues to upload every time you get a new order. So that's the dashboard, and these are just included inside the app. The last two, activity log. Activity log is just a big log of all the changes that the tool has done. So every single change, whether you make a change as a seller or the software makes a change for you, we track it all. So you could see exactly what's going on. And here's just an example. The bid update, 35 cents to 36 cents, 39 to 35, 9 to 8, 38 to 39, 3 cents to 2 cents. So you could see it's not big jumps, but you add that up over a 30-day period, it makes a big difference. So we're adjusting the bids every day there, and you can see that inside this one. And the last one, financial reports. Financial reports, it's going to take all your data from the account, and it's going to give you a nice spreadsheet that shows you each line item, your inbound shipping. It's going to show cost of goods. It's going to show your sales, your profits, your margin. All this data is going to show over here for you. So you as a seller can see, okay, I'm up 35% compared to the last 30 days. My profits are up 35%. My margin is up almost 1%. And then here's all the different line items here: gift wrap tax, shipping charges, FBA fees. All these items are going to be here. And at the very bottom, we calculate it all out and we show you what your profit is. So that's a quick overview of the tool. We do demos every day. I do a demo every day with sellers where we go over their account and just show them more information, exactly how powerful the tool is for you. And I guess that's what I got for you.
Yeah, looks good. And I'm really interested, how can we see different marketplaces in your tool at the moment? For example, this screen, which you have now, the dashboard.
Yes, good question. So when we input your campaigns, there's a little toggle up here on my screen. There'll be a little toggle here, and you click on it and you move from one marketplace to the next. I've only pulled up the US account for this seller and put it in demo mode. But what you could do and what would happen here is if you had multiple marketplaces, there'll be another menu option right here where my cursor is. You simply click on it and all your marketplaces will show up, and you just stay logged in and you just toggle back and forth between different marketplaces.
All right, thank you very much, Chris. And could you please give us an overview of Sellozo's pricing?
Yep, for sure. So our pricing is based on the SKU count that you use the software for. So you can see 0 to 10 SKUs is $149 a month. That's a flat rate fee. We don't charge any percentages. There's no ad spend percentages or nothing like that. It's always going to be $149 a month. If you have more than 10 SKUs, you'll be in the next tier, 11 to 1,000. If you have more than 1,000 SKUs, you'll be up in the unlimited tier. These are all, again, flat rate fees. They all include a one-on-one setup call where you'll have a call with myself and another team member where we'll go through your account with you, show you how to get started, how to turn on the ACoS or target ACoS and get started with the automation. There are other options with our managed support, the plus option in a managed support. So if you want somebody to manage this whole thing for you and you want somebody to manage all your Amazon ads, this would be an additional $4.99 a month. Somebody on our team is going to be assigned to your account. They're going to run all your campaigns for you. You'll have weekly calls with that person. and it stays that flat rate fee. Again, it's not a percentages. So it's always going to be $648, $798, whatever you pick out in that tier. The plus option is simply just a monthly call. Maybe you've done enough changes and you just kind of want somebody to look through it and see how things are looking. You can add this plus option, get a phone call with one of our account reps. They'll go through your account together, answer any questions you have, and then you can always get rid of that later and add it at another time. So these are all a la carte. It's all come and go as you please. But our pricing, again, flat rates, and it's all based on the number of products that you select. And we have a 14-day trial.
Okay, thank you very much, Chris. And could you please reveal some features which you are planning to implement for the users in the near future?
Yeah, good question. So we got some things coming with sponsored display where you're going to be able to optimize and automate your sponsored display ads. We've also got some neat features where you as a seller, maybe you have your own algorithm you want to use. So you can update, you don't have to use a Sellozo algorithm. Maybe you want to make your own algorithm. You can create your own algorithm if you want to. A lot of our established sellers wanted this. So we're going to add this feature where you'll be able to upload a algorithm of your own that you choose or you create, and you will be able to add that. Sponsored brand ads, we would like to get that started where we can start creating those in the app. That's a big thing that we want to have. And then implementing with DSP. DSP is another feature that we're trying to get in there. I would look for that to be in here hopefully within the next 30 to 60 days. So there's a lot going on. We got a big team, a busy team. And probably by the time this is aired, there's going to be a lot of stuff out. So we're working on a lot of stuff. And
do you have any offer for Orange Klik viewers?
Absolutely. Orange Klik viewers, all you got to do is go to sellozo.com or use the link in the description, and you'll book a demo and you get 25% off for 2 months. You also get a 14-day trial, and you'll do a demo or you'll do an onboarding call with myself or another team member.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Chris, and good luck in your business. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Augustus.
If you think that Sellozo might be a good fit for your Amazon business to automate and optimize your advertising campaigns, check the link below to Sellozo in the description of this video. You're welcome to try them and see if they fit your needs. And now I would like to invite you to watch other video which we recorded with Sellozo, where they explain 5 things which you could implement in order to improve your PPC.